to the Turkish Delight Show with your girl Sev. Welcome back. So, before I go into the topic, I need you guys to subscribe, like and comment, alright? Need to build up those subscribers, them comments and them likes. So make sure, if you haven't done it, do it now. Alright, so I am going to be discussing why men lie and women cry is the subject for today. And I have special guests.
Hi guys, my name is Josh.
Alright, so Josh, I think it'd be really good if you could tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Josh, I'm 30 years old from Southeast London. I throw events and I host events, and I've been doing that for a few years now. Yeah, it's a little song.
I think that's just about sums you up.
Yeah?
Yep. Host with the most, don't forget that part now. Yes, trust me, ready to get a party going.
A little something.
Definitely. That's actually how I met Jay.
Yeah.
While he was doing his doing his
Crazy.
Hosting, and yeah, from then I've seen you grow from strength to strength, and it's been a lovely journey.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Alright, so last week I was discussing about parents growing up, childhood, and how it affects adult relationships. So, would you like to add any of your views or opinions on how you feel like it affects the relationships that we have growing up?
I feel like whether it's a parent or not, whatever you go through as a child, the interactions you have somehow impact you. So sometimes I feel like there's things that you didn't have that growing up you now want, or it can go the other way where because you never had it growing up, you don't value that either. So if you never had a two-parent household, sometimes as a child you say when I get to a certain age, I want to have
that's very true.
my partner and we have a family.
Yeah, it's very true.
But also if you never had it, you might not see value in it, so you don't care to have it. So it can go either way. But I just feel like there comes a point where you have to decide for yourself, regardless of what you went through. This is who I am, this is how I see things, this is how I'm going to move forward. I'm not saying that it's easy, but anything's possible.
No, 100%, and I think, which I did kind of state in the last episode, we have to take accountability of the type of life that we want to live at the end of the day. And I think as well, a childhood, it can be a positive or a negative impact, but either way, it's still your choice what you decide to kind of do with it. So yeah, no, definitely. I agree with that. So, alright, so we'll get to the topic. We'll get into the topic now of why men lie and women cry. I've got a statement that I'm going to throw out there for you, JL. And I want your honest...
Oh no.
I want your honest opinion.
Okay.
Okay. So, do I look big in this outfit?
You see what she's trying to do to me? This is what you call a trap. Now, first of all, it depends what your definition of big is.
Okay.
So me personally can't speak on behalf of all men.
Alright then.
But me, I don't body shame.
Okay.
I believe that women of all shapes and sizes are absolutely beautiful. And that's my answer.
That was a good answer. He answered it well. But do you see something, viewers? Okay.
Feel like she tricked me there.
Do you see something? What you might see is that Josh is being nice. He's being diplomatic. And I think obviously there's definitely truth in what he's saying, because it's very true. Some guys like meaty girls, some guys like slim girls. Everyone likes different types of girls, right?
Okay. I want to see where you're going with this.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I believe that there's truth in that statement that you made.
Truth, but it's not true.
No, not that. There's a lot of truth in your statement. However, there's still something that I noticed in your delivery was you were still very careful with how you delivered it.
Yeah.
Now, this is a common thing when a woman turns around and says to her man, babes, do I look big in this? Yeah. And majority of the time, he'll probably tell her, of course not, babes.
Yeah.
You look lovely. You look wonderful. So that was just a little experiment, by the way.
Yeah.
That was just a little experiment.
I feel like I've done well.
I think you did do really well, and I know that I felt it. I know there was genuine truth in what you said, but it's still about the fact of you wasn't blatantly, like you didn't go straight to the point sort of thing. You kind of nicely said it. And I think as people, that's what we tend to do.
Yeah. No. I think it depends on how you are as a person, because I feel like if you're, at the end of the day, I feel like in a relationship, you should be protective of your partner. I feel like if your partner tells you, babe, I look big, and you reply being, yeah, you look fat still, can't lie, that's not being protective of your partner's feelings. So there's ways of saying things without being disrespectful in it.
How would you say it?
Like if you said, like, when you said to me, oh, do I look big in this?
Yeah.
You're like, no. But sometimes you answer a question as a man and you've asked me, do you look big? I've told you no. But you've come up with 12 different reasons why you do look big.
Okay.
So how was I meant to win this situation?
It's very true, ladies. Very true.
That's
a common thing that we can do sometimes, you know. We're kind of looking for other reasons for not being comfortable in our own skin and how we look. But but that's it. Anyway, it's just a little experiment. I wanted to see how you would answer it, and he didn't know. I didn't tell him. I didn't pre-warn him, guys.
Sprung that on me.
Literally. Okay, so question that I'm gonna put out there is, do you feel? Oh no, not even do you feel, but who do you feel lies more, men or women?
I don't think there's a way to tell, but I think women lie better.
Okay, interesting.
That's my opinion. I feel like men tend to get caught in their lies. But I feel like we get, like, first of all, let me not say we, disclaimer, I'm not talking about myself, I'm just talking about in general. Like men in general tend to get caught in their lies, but I feel like that's because women, through previous experience, tend to expect on some level their partner to lie to them. So they try to find the lie. And most men, actually not most men, but some men don't really expect the woman to lie. So when the woman says, this is what I'm doing, this is where I am, men just tend to take it as gospel, like, okay,
that's
cool.
interesting.
That's what it is.
Okay, so the interesting thing about it is that if you were to ask somebody else, they probably would say men lie more than women, though.
Yeah.
You know, which is quite interesting. However, I want to add to it is actually everybody lies.
Yeah.
There is no men lie more than women.
Yeah.
Even though I could guarantee if I did a poll, who do you think lies more?
Yeah.
It would be like men would be up here,
98%.
women would be here.
Yeah.
But interesting as well that what you were saying when you were saying that you feel like women lie better. It's not necessarily that women actually lie better. It's that women are actually a human lie detector.
Facts.
They know when somebody is lying. Do you get it? Like, you know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that we've been created this way, we've been gifted this way. I don't know what it is, but there's something about a woman that she is able to detect when somebody is lying to her.
Can I cut in?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel like on some level you're correct, but I feel like also women are some women, I'm going to be so politically correct.
That's right.
Some women convince themselves of a situation. And once they've decided that's what's happened, that's what's happened. I could have went out last night with my friends, got drunk, passed out at his house. I was too drunk to drive, so I jumped in his. He went straight to his. He was like, look, I'll drop you home in the morning or whatever. We'll get your car in the morning. Get back to the house. And my missus has already decided that I met a girl, I slept with her, and then when I told her, bro, look, you can ask Andre or Peter, like I stayed at his. No, I know you. I know that's what you was doing. How can you? I was there, but you were able to tell me what I done. How is that possible?
Okay. So do you, like, being honest, feel like sometimes women get it wrong then? Women
get it wrong, but again, women get it wrong.
Sometimes.
And then, okay, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes women get it wrong, but even in the moments where women get it wrong, they tend to lack accountability.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
So, like, a woman could get it wrong, and it's not like, oh, do you know what, babe?
So, like, you've come with the facts, basically, is that what you're saying?
And she can check the facts and be like, she'll humble herself to a point of, okay, I guess that's what happened. But not to a point of, babe, you know what, I'm sorry, I shouldn't accuse you the way I did. I was wrong. I feel like women proper struggle. I don't know why, but I feel like women in general proper struggle to say sorry.
I think so sometimes. Obviously, I can't talk for myself because I'm quite good at saying sorry. No, I'm being honest. Yeah. I am. Like, I'm good at taking accountability. Yeah. But I know that's a common thing because I hear it from my male friends. Yeah. And they say that, you know, like, maybe their girlfriends are not good at kind of owning up when they've done something and just taking that accountability. So yeah, I can understand what you mean in that sense. But I guess it comes to, like, human nature as well. People don't want to look wrong, do they? Do you get it? It's like, I feel like that's what it is. They don't want to seem like they made a mistake and they're the wrong ones. Because really, if you've got the facts and you're showing, like, look, this is where I was, this is what I was doing. Then really, ladies, you should be apologising. There's 100%. No excuse. 100%. I'm just putting that out there. I personally don't understand, like, allow, you know, the whole pride thing, just apologise because 100%. You got it wrong. But, and then on the flip side, I think for a woman's mind, she somewhere, somehow thinks, now somehow, some way, he got this information patterned.
Yeah. He came up with this whole story.
Yeah.
He knew on the way here. But this is what I'm like, personally, I don't feel like, why are you in a situation, like any serious situation or relationship, where you're not willing to accept your partner's truth? Because there's certain times where your partner's the only one that knows the truth. So you have to accept his truth. And if you're not in a position to accept someone else's truth, then don't take on this journey of being in a relationship with this person.
That's true, actually. I think that's a real one. And I like it as well because it's obviously from a guy's perspective in the sense of, because I guess men do really like to be trusted.
Yeah, it's long. It's so crazy. Like, as a male, and I don't know if females go through this, but as a male, it's like when you first meet someone and you're talking to them, it's like, it's almost trying to prove that I'm not going to do you wrong. Because you've already come with certain issues or certain problems that you faced in your previous relationship or relationships. So the guard's up here. And I feel like, obviously I can't speak from a woman's perspective, but I feel like most men come into a new situation and take the situation for what it is. But women tend to bring things that they've experienced in. And now as a man, it's my job to show you that I'm not like this. And in reality, I don't have to do nothing. Like, I shouldn't have to come in and try and show you that I'm not like the rest. If you feel like you are not in a place to be able to accept a guy talking to you and accept the guy for the guy, then you're not in a place to date. Relax, heal, burn some incense, and then when you're ready, then step back into the dating mode, because it's unfair.
Yeah, I agree. I do think though, sometimes men also come with the same stuff though.
100%.
So, like, I agree with what you're saying in the sense of women, if you're in that kind of position and then the guy has to prove themselves. But I feel like sometimes women have to prove themselves, but in a different way. So maybe when it doesn't come to maybe, all right, let's just say maybe not blatantly like a trust thing, because I think there's more women that have obviously got trust issues, they've been through things and they've been hurt, so it's a lot harder to trust after they've been hurt. But I feel like maybe a man might not come with that kind of perspective, and he's more trusting of you, but it shows in different ways in a man, like in a sense of that's why I feel like a lot of men don't want to commit straight away, let's say, for example. So in a way, you kind of got to prove yourself to him that you're commitment worthy.
Do you know, this is where I think things go wrong in general.
Okay.
The moment you feel like you have to do something, just leave it alone.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I feel like if a woman has trust issues and a man has commitment issues, what tends to happen is you meet the right person, you forget that you have trust issues, and you forget that you have commitment issues because of how comfortable this person has made you feel. So when you're in a position of, oh yes, I'm trying to let this person in, the fact that you have to try to let them in kind of indicates, well, maybe this isn't the person for you.
Is it that black and white, you think?
Do you know what's mad? Life in general isn't black and white, but anything that doesn't flow clearly isn't for you. Now, this person might be for you. You might just not be in a place to receive this person.
Yeah, I like that as well. That also makes sense. I agree with both in a sense of it might just be not the right person, but also what you're saying, it could be the right person actually.
Wrong time.
Yeah, because I am a great believer of like, whatever we have in our lives has been said to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's not an accident. Whoever we're dating, whoever we're with, whatever, they're in our lives for a reason,
100%.
you know? But it's just whether you're in that position, like what you're saying, to receive that blessing that you've got in front of you. But I do think, anyway, if you relax and you allow things, and that's what it is. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've had to learn that as well in my own relationship. I was a bit uptight in the beginning, but I've learned to just relax. And he's been telling me this, you'll be watching. He's been telling me, Seb, you just need to relax. And it's so, I feel like it's so key. If you just relax and just enjoy the relationship, I just think everything will just flow how it needs to flow.
100%. But what you said and what your partner said, I think is true, like in a sense, but in order for you to relax, you felt able enough to relax. If he wasn't able to make you feel relaxed, you wouldn't be able to.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So
and then sometimes it might be a case of where you might be relaxing. Let's just say in the past, not where I'm at right now, but in the past I'll be relaxing, and then I don't like that I feel too relaxed. And it's like, I'm too relaxed. Let's look for something.
Something as in an issue?
Yeah, I'm just being...
Huh?
I'm just being honest, but... And again, I'm I'm expressing what I've been through and sharing it with, the viewers as well as yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm not, what you see here now isn't just a, you know what I mean? I've had to go through certain stages to be where I am today. And I definitely say there was one point where I didn't like feeling relaxed. I know it's mad, because obviously I was still healing, but I was still healing. And the thing is as well, like I've had this conversation before, because people say, oh, but if you're healing, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
It's not true.
But I don't agree with that, because I think at the end of the day, when you get into a relationship, that's when you know there's certain things that you've got to heal about yourself. You don't realise that before.
I definitely feel like there's healing in theory and there's practically healing. You can't practically heal unless you're in
the relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel like when you're in that stage of knowing that you're healing in that process, the partner that you're with has to be complementary to your healing process.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's how it. Yeah. And I agree with you, and I think that's the only way it can kind of work.
100%.
When you're when two people are healing.
Yeah.
If for example a woman comes along, and maybe you don't trust women, but she comes along and all she does is admit. Trust.
Yeah.
That's gonna help you on your healing journey, because you're gonna be like, well, I trust this woman. Alright, I didn't trust that woman, but This one, I trust her. So it's almost like you, it just helps. It helps that process. So yeah, definitely.
And I feel like definitely when you're on certain journeys as well, I feel like it's like I experienced trust issues. What tends to happen is you'll find like 10 girls that will almost give you more of the same thing, and you now have to be in a position and spiritually aware enough to be like, I can't talk to you because you're gonna cause more issues for me. And that's obviously something. It's easier said than done sometimes.
That's interesting though. Yeah.
Because sometimes what you end up doing is attracting the same trauma that you don't want.
Yeah.
But because you're so focused on what you don't want, you attract that same thing.
Anyways.
But your focus should be on what you do want. Then you attract that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I guess that's the only time you get to that place is when you've really done the work and you're open to receiving. You know. So like, what's your opinion on the types of lies or the types of liars that there are?
I think black and white, a lie is a lie.
Okay.
Like, you can say that there's different types of cheating, but you cheated. So
fair play.
obviously some are maybe less hurtful than others when you say like, oh, the little white lie or whatever. But I feel like once you start a lie, you almost have to defend the lie of another one and another one, so the white lie doesn't always end up being a white lie because you had to tell other ones to cover it.
Interesting thing enough though is that white lies, I feel like everybody tells white lies, and so I'm just gonna go number. And the reason why I'm gonna go on to say that is because when people first get together and they start dating, everybody's telling a white lie in the beginning, yeah? Everybody is showing their best attributes. You know, they are trying to get to know the other person and making everything look, you know,
shiny.
Yeah. That's the reality. That's friendships, that's relationships, anything. I think majority of people tell white lies.
Okay. Obviously, I believe in putting your best foot forward, but there's a difference between putting your best foot forward and just lying. So I could be like, I could say, you know, financially, I'm in a really good place, and I got my head screwed on. This is what I want. This is what In reality, I'm not in a good financial place, but because I'm trying to put my best foot forward, I'm trying to sell myself to you. So what happens is now you end up liking a version of me that doesn't exist. And now because you like this version of me, I can never show you my authentic self because you don't like me, you like what I've portrayed myself to be. So my thing is very simple. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you from the jump.
Okay, fair play.
Because you're gonna know, as soon as you know, you will know that whether you like this authentic version of me or not. One thing that I was told from my sister early doors, she said to me, never present a woman with an energy that you can't maintain. So if you start messaging her every morning saying you're a morning queen, and then you two get together, and now there's no more morning texts, there's no more, then it's gonna make her feel some type of way. But again, you presented yourself as something that you wasn't. Because there's certain people that just genuinely them. They genuinely message their woman, morning babe, and
Yeah, that's true.
And then what happens is your partner will tell you, oh, you've changed. No, you never changed. Just showed who you really were.
Yeah.
So I do believe that everyone tells white lies, but I don't think white lies always end up being innocent.
Okay, I like that. That's interesting. That's a different perspective on it. So there's different types of lies. So you've got white lie, you've got beneficial lie.
Okay.
You have deceitful lie, and then you have malicious lie.
Okay.
So basically, white lie is something that we all kind of do. Yeah. As I said, we put our best foot forward for a job, for friendships, whatever it might be.
I'm leaving the house now. I'm not leaving for 20 minutes.
Okay, white lie. Yeah. And then you've got beneficial lie, which is basically when you try to protect the person you're with, like what you did with me earlier, when you said, oh, okay, well, I like women all different shapes and sizes.
that was not a protective. I was just trying to be politically correct for the audience. I could already see the comments. I was just trying to be correct.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's a beneficial type of lie when you're trying to protect. Maybe you don't want to tell your partner something because you know it's going to upset them.
Yeah.
Then you've got the deceitful lie / concealment.
Oh.
It's what you don't say.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's very common around men. I'm just going to throw that out there. Sorry guys, come for me in the comments if you want. But I think a lot of men, it's what they don't say. It's not necessarily that they go out their way to lie to people, but... a lot of the times, it's what they don't say.
Yeah.
And for them, that's kind of not really seen as lying because they're not actually technically...
I didn't say anything though. I didn't say anything. I'm not really lying. I didn't tell you.
Yeah. But it's still a part of lying.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got malicious, which is now when you're trying to ruin somebody's character.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah, those are the different types of lies that there are out there. But generally, just to kind of clear it up, we all lie.
Yeah, 100%.
So men or women, men don't lie more than women.
Yeah.
We all lie. Let's just clear that part out. But it's just the other bits. I feel like that's down to character. That's down to the individual.
Yeah. Before, you was asking me why do men lie? But as a woman, why do you cry so much?
Okay, so I feel, firstly for a woman, you know, as a woman anyway, and I feel like even as a man, it's hard. It's hard being a woman. It's hard being a man, but it's about women right now. So it's hard being a woman, number one, because I feel like we try to be everything, you know, to everybody. That's firstly, I think, why sometimes we need to cry. Because we're trying to be everything for everybody and we're taking in all these types of emotions, energies, and sometimes we just need to kind of let loose and just cry. Secondly, I feel like our hormones, you know, naturally,
That one.
yeah, we have hormones that we struggle with, you know, once a month.
Just once?
Maybe more. Yeah, maybe more, to be honest. It all depends on the person. But I do think hormones, that also plays a massive part as well. Sometimes we actually just can't help it. We just need to cry, literally.
Yeah.
And we need to release those tears. So it's also, crying is actually good for that. So that's a positive about why we cry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Can I throw a question to you?
Yeah, go on.
Out of the blue, yeah? How much of your tears as a woman do you think are based on your own expectations of certain things?
If I was to generally speak, I would probably say 70%.
Okay.
I think that is pretty high. I think 70 to 80%. I think so.
Yeah.
If I was to generally, like, just from the stories and experiences and stuff that I, you know, have a lot of people around me, I feel like 70%. Personally speaking, for me, I'd say 50-50.
Okay.
50, my hormones, just the emotions, the things that I am, and I am a bit that type of person. I'm everything to everybody.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like. I'm here, there, you know, at work. So sometimes I just need to just release. Yeah, that's all it is. And I could release by just watching like a lovey-dovey movie and I start crying. I'm like, Seb, really? Are you really crying? Yeah, I am. So, but then I definitely say that out of 50% for me is definitely expectations that I hold. And I've been learning a lot about that recently as well. And I've been feeling a lot freer since I've worked on that part of things. But yeah, no, that's an interesting question. And I think it's an interesting one for the viewers as well to think about, actually. But yes, I'd say those are generally the reasons why women cry. And then you have also, lastly, got the reason where some women use crying as blackmail.
Facts.
Yeah? Some women know that if they cry, they're going to get that attention.
Can I swear on this?
Swear?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Just wanted to know. Go on.
Oh, but you wanted to swear.
No. I just wanted to know.
Okay, and I feel, so I feel like that would probably be the last reason why I feel like women tend to cry, is to definitely either get their way, make somebody feel sorry for them, and use it as blackmail. Because you will tend to notice as well that sometimes a woman will start to cry the moment she's maybe losing a guy. That's one, one real crucial point. Yeah. She'll tend to cry. And but you've got the flip side where there's some women that just actually don't cry at all. And then that's actually really unhealthy.
I was about to say, do you think that's healthy?
No, it's really unhealthy because they're not allowing those emotions to come out.
Yeah.
And kind of, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of like in between that. I don't cry a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even, maybe once or twice, even cried to a man.
Yeah.
I just find that, I don't know. For me, personally, maybe I've got too much pride. No, I can't lie, I got too much pride.
Yeah.
But the day you see me bawling and crying in front of you, you'd be very lucky.
So you couldn't cry, you don't feel like you could cry, and not necessarily your current partner, but you don't feel like you could cry as a woman to your partner and feel comfortable?
The only time I would be crying is if I'm crying out of anger and I want to strangle you.
Okay.
That's the only time I'll be crying in front of my partner.
By the way, guys, we don't promote violence on the podcast. No, just putting it out there.
But that's just me being honest. Like, I could cry out of anger.
Yeah.
But the day that I actually see, like, the day actually someone sees me, like, crying, like, don't leave me or whatever. No, never. So, you want to go? There's a front door.
Cool. that example right there, yeah?
Yeah.
And obviously this is a bit to the left, but
yeah, go.
I feel
go
like
for it.
There's so many situations where women say things that they don't mean. So you could be like, oh, I don't care, just go. I'm putting on my shoes to leave. Yeah. Oh my God, no, honey. Why are you leaving?
Yeah.
What? You just said to me 5 minutes ago to leave. Oh, I didn't mean that. And I feel like there's certain times where
that's true.
women do things because they expect a certain reaction from the male. Now, if the man doesn't give their reaction, all of a sudden, he's the fool and he's the idiot and see, you don't love me. You told me to leave, but now I'm the one that doesn't love you. How does this make sense?
No, that's very true, because I can't lie. I'm the type of person that I can be a bit impulsive. I'll say something and I don't mean it, yeah? But you wouldn't see me turn it around with crying though.
Okay.
I'll hold my chest up and say, you know what? Actually, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Yeah. But I won't be like, please don't leave. No. I'm gonna still hold my chest like, leave. Like that.
Until he walks out the door.
Yeah.
Then you stop crying.
I'd rather that, boy. But yeah, so you've got the opposite spectrum of where there's someone that just don't cry, and again see things the way I do. The day a man sees him cry, it will not be that day. Do you get it? So I think, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of vulnerability in being able to cry. You know, actually, there's a lot of vulnerability to even be able to cry in front of your partner.
Facts.
I'm even going to say that, and I'm somebody that doesn't do stuff like that, but I think there's a lot of vulnerability. Me personally though, do I agree with it? No, I don't. I just have my reasons. I don't know, I can't even express it. It's just something that doesn't sit right with me. Because I personally think anyway, men, I don't know how I feel like men really respond to that type of situation. So I don't know if I would just want to put myself in that situation, full stop.
So it's not really about you, it's more about how you crying will be received.
Maybe, if I'm honest. Yeah, maybe. But I guess it could be somebody that could make me feel comfortable with crying in front of them, but I don't know.
You're not there.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. So going on to the last question then, is, how does it make you feel when you see a woman cry?
Me personally, or
yeah. Yes, you.
Me personally, it depends how I feel about you.
Okay. All
so, once upon a time in my young boy days,
yeah,
you know, had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If I don't have that emotional connection to you, you crying doesn't really mean anything to me.
Okay.
Because I'm not emotionally connected to you.
Okay, understand.
But if you're my woman or my partner, if you're my woman, my partner, or me just have an emotional connection, if I'm the cause of your tears, I feel disgusting.
Okay.
Like, absolutely terrible. Because it's, how can I feel this way about this person feel this way about me, and I've reduced them to tears. And there's something about a woman crying, it's so heartfelt, and you're looking at this person thinking, I've done this to you. How, you just feel, whoa, I feel terrible, like, it's mad. And I can probably hand on my heart say I've done it my entire life that I know of, probably about twice. Once.
What that you've...
I'd say once.
That you've cried or seen someone cry?
No, that I've like made someone cry.
Okay.
And that feeling was enough for me to be like, I'll never do that again. So one thing that I've never understood with cheating and your partner forgiving you, you saw what you cheating done the first time. How are you able to see what you've done the first time, be forgiven,
and then still go and do it
but
again?
do it again, like how?
Yeah.
Then for me, I'm like, clearly you can't care about this person. Not because my thing is very clear, you can't make the same mistake twice. There's one mistake and the second time the choice. So you chose to make your partner feel these things. It's mad. I can't do it. Me personally, I can't do it if I feel connected to you.
Yeah, that's fair play then. Okay, I like that. Yeah. I like that. I think that was perfectly expressed. So yeah, thank you guys for locking into this episode of Why Men Lie and Women Cry. Hope you've enjoyed. And yeah, just make sure you lock in next week, every Tuesday, with a new topic. And next week's topic is going to be discussing boring in the bedroom.
Oh, damn.
All right, see you.
Take it easy.